Hello, 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 and welcome to this new episode, number 3 of our new series for French Riviera Dreamers. Today we're hosting Dawn, who is with us today. We helped Dawn finding her beautiful rental on the Place Masséna in Nice 3 years ago.
Yeah, I can't believe 3 years ago. Well, let's see, what's today, October? Yeah, we met October 3 years ago.
Yeah, so
Dang.
that's
Time flies, but I feel like I've been here longer than 3 years, even though it's 3 years. But time flies. See, so he's now my friend, my buddy.
Oh yeah, we're friends.
Yes, we're friends.
Yeah. And even more than that.
Yes.
Now we're partners.
Yes.
We do business together.
Yes, we have evolved.
We have evolved. Oh, well, welcome, Dawn. Welcome.
Thank you.
For those who are joining us for the first time, so these podcasts are about people who are coming to the French Riviera, living here, and buying or renting their home here in Nice or around. And we talk about the life, the differences with their home countries, the challenges, everything about their move here.
Yeah.
So my first question to you,
Okay.
though, I'm very official. I have my little question.
I know, look, got all those questions. He knows me. He don't need the questions, but we're going to do the questions.
So,
Okay.
so first question, well, just, if you can introduce yourself, where you're from, and your background a little bit.
I'm Dawn, and I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Not born there, but from there. So I owned a company. I'm also a lawyer. I'm also a mom with one son and 2 beautiful grandchildren. Yeah. But as you can tell, I'm American. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but moved here from Atlanta, Georgia 3 years ago. I'm a lawyer turned pastry chef turned, I'm going to say immigrant, because there's a difference between immigrant and expat, because I have no intentions on moving back to the United States. So I immigrated here, like my parents immigrated to the United States many, many years ago, to live here permanently in Nice.
So your parents were the first in America? I mean, it's your parents.
Yeah.
Your parents. Okay.
You know, the joke is, my parents are from Belize, and the joke is, I was conceived in Belize, but I was born in New York, in the United States.
Nice. And then why the French Riviera? Why Nice?
Okay. Okay. Let me see, because this is a story. So, France was never on my radar, even when I was younger. I had other countries that I thought that I would want to live, and so I had a stopover in France, like way back in 2013, and I was like, okay, I might come back and visit. Many years later, and I have no problem saying my age, for my 50th birthday, I came back, and that was in 2019, before COVID, so I got a chance to be here before COVID, which was great. Yeah. I came back, I did a whole culinary week, because that's my thing, and the spirit just literally, like, I never felt anything like that before.
Really? Yeah.
No, my friends were like, oh my gosh, you look so happy. Fast forward, COVID happened. As an attorney working in the courtroom, we were shut down. We had to go remote. And everybody in Atlanta, all the legal world knew that I had my baking business. That was really my passion. Yeah. So I basically told my boss, I'm going to take a 6-month leave of absence, and I'm going to go to pastry school. But I specifically wanted to come to the South because I had to be near the sea.
Okay, all right.
So when I came in 2021, it was still locked down. And I was a little further south. I did 3 months in pastry school, and then I did 3 months going to the other countries I thought I would want to live in, and then coming up the coast, because I was in Cap d'Agde, close to Marseille, a little further down. Came up the coast, and France won. That's for sure. And then Nice was in my top 3 at the time. I was staying in Marseille, which I do love. But Nice, Marseille, and Montpellier became my top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Marseille. And what you talked about the feeling.
Yeah.
That you had about
what's that feeling? It was just like I belonged here, and a peace and a tranquility that I never felt before and did not feel being in the U.S.
Okay.
So it was just like I went to other countries and I enjoyed it, but I felt like I belong here.
Wow, that's
So I don't know what it is, but that's what France did for me. And it wasn't necessarily at the time exactly where I was. It was just, period. I knew France.
Yeah, right.
And then it was just deciding afterwards exactly where.
So if you believe in the universe thing,
I do.
Things do for you. I mean,
Yeah.
because you are in Place Masséna.
I know.
Which is the very
Oh,
heart.
that story. I'm telling you, this was meant to be. I'm just saying. Just saying. Yo, we have to talk about that day for sure.
Yeah. We'll talk about it for sure. Definitely, yeah, for sure, yeah. And in between, so you visited Montpellier, Marseille, Nice.
Yeah.
And
I did the whole trek.
What difference
Nice
would you-
kept pulling me back.
Yeah,
So Marseille was still a bigger city.
True.
And coming from I would never live in New York again. I would go visit. I don't want that big city, And Marseille did have the beach, which was great because I also lived in Florida, so it combined the two. But it was just not as clean. They had, it was more busy. And then because I knew that I wanted to open my business, I was like, where is a better place?
Yeah.
But really, it was like, okay, when my granddaughters get old enough, I want them to come stay with me in the summer. Would I rather them be here or would I rather them be in Marseille? And Nice kind of won out. My safety, the cleanliness. It's not too big, but it's not too small. There's always something going on in Nice, which I like. I can't do countryside and be bored.
Yeah, okay.
I get bored of myself.
You're a city
I need some energy. Yeah, I need a little energy.
Yeah.
So Nice won out. It was closer to Italy, and I prefer to go to Italy more than I would Spain, where I was closer to when I was in Cap d'Agde or Marseille. So yeah.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about your as you said, no questions.
See? You don't need them.
Tell us a little bit how what you do here. You still work for the U.S., but you are also developing your business.
Yeah, I do twofold.
Yeah.
So the legal side, I do still do some consulting, but I am developing my business. So for people to know that when I came here on a student visa.
Okay, yeah.
Pour apprendre français, à Alliance française.
Très bien.
Ouais. J'apprends français depuis 4 ans maintenant.
Oh,
yeah. So there we go, y'all. A little French
there.
Because I met Fabricio speaking English, it's kind of weird and hard for me to talk French. That's weird, y'all.
No, continue en français.
But I came here on a student visa. I've been here long enough. I absolutely know I'm working towards my 10-year, but also I want to get my dual citizenship here. So I'm now that I feel like I'm acclimated totally, year 3 was definitely everything is set in place, doctors, my services that I need, everything with everything. So now I am in the middle of renewing and changing over the visa to the entrepreneur because now my brand, Delights by Dawn, which used to be just pastries, is now about living abroad and helping people, mentoring people who want to know what it takes and what it's really like to live abroad. And so it's changed and morphed into that. And so that's the basis of my business here.
That's amazing, yeah.
I know, isn't
big
it?
change, yeah.
You know what? That's a big old change.
Yeah, and you have already people I know. You have already people contacting you. You do already the tours already.
Yeah. And I got a big mouth, so it all started when I was at Alliance Française, and then this wonderful guy found my apartment, and I don't know if it was a combination of good or bad. Meaning I sent them a whole bunch of folks, but they're expecting on a regular an apartment like this, no. But and I have a lot of people that started asking me, and so it's morphed into that.
It's funny because I remember when I told you because so for the viewers we found a very nice rental for Dawn in the heart of Place Massena. And the apartment is just beautiful. And I remember at the beginning you were telling everybody, everybody can go to Fabricio. And I was telling you, no, don't tell about the apartment. It is too nice.
Yes. Yeah. I always tell people, because literally when people ask me about this was only the second apartment that you had shown me. You'd shown me once. Yeah. And then I don't know how they literally had just put it on. Yeah. They had literally just listed it. Yeah. I don't know how you found it. Yeah. And it came to him. This apartment came to me. That's what I'm going to say. Because then he called. He was like, Dawn, I wasn't even thinking Place Masséna. I'm like, too much, not going to be anything.
Exactly.
And that's why I tell people this apartment found me. I didn't find this apartment because this was totally the universe. for real.
For sure, yeah.
Like, and within the short span of time.
Yeah, right.
Which is not what happens now, ladies and gentlemen. It does not it's not that quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And from your apartment, there's something that we did, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And that you do every year. But
Yes.
I must say that, so from the balcony of this apartment, you have a full view on the carnival.
Yeah. I have VIP access to anything that occurs in Place Masséna. And so Carnival comes literally under my balcony.
Yeah.
So I always have get together with the people that I, am close with, and I'll bake stuff and have food, and they come over and we can enjoy a real VIP on the balcony of Carnival, which is in February. I also get to sit on my balcony, and if I don't want to go and be in the crowd, I can listen to the jazz festival.
Right. Just
right
there also.
there.
Yeah, right
The Tour de France ended in front of my balcony last year when it came through here.
And
So I'm lucky. This balcony, and I'm always on my balcony, I have entertainment even when there's nothing going on all the time.
And I remember that when we did the videos of the carnival,
Yeah.
the official website
Yeah.
of the carnival
Yeah,
took
you
our
told
videos.
me that. You told me that. Yeah. So yes, I'm very lucky.
Yeah. So we talked about when you decided to move here. I mean, the main differences between life in New York
And so I came in
here.
from Atlanta, which Atlanta's
Atlanta,
trying
sorry,
to be in
Atlanta,
New York.
sorry,
But
yeah,
Atlanta's
yeah,
trying to be
yeah,
in New
yeah.
York. It's like the little southern city,
Right.
wanting to be
Right,
like a
yeah.
big city. And
Mayor of Atlanta, this is for you.
right. For me, absolutely, the main thing is I've been practicing law for 30 years and had my business. And, I think most Americans will probably agree that what we call hustle culture, hustle.
Yeah.
I had already said it early on in my years, but I just said it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those persons that will say stuff, don't think about it, and then years later it's manifested. And I had already said, I'm not doing law like that for the rest of my life, and I'm not going to live the rest of my life in the United States. So I just got tired of that hustle and that constant scheduling every day. Just working. You don't really get a chance to take a vacation. Either you work for a company, you only get 2 weeks, and then they make you feel guilty. But I didn't work for a company, I worked for the government, but you only get a certain amount of time. I can't take a month off.
Yeah.
And then when you have your own business, you're working, at least over there, you're working 24/7. And so it was like, wow, I'm hustling, I'm doing all of this, and yes, I may have been making more money, but I wasn't able to enjoy my money that I was making.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So when I came here, and I had to be here for 6 months for pastry school, and then I was able to, first of all, it's the first time I've ever been away from the U.S. that long. And then I got a chance to really, I'm going to say live, and really enjoy not having that hustle and bustle.
Even with the 2 jobs, I mean,
Yes.
landscaping, yeah.
And when I left here to go back, I already knew, okay, I'm moving. And I was like, I'm not waiting 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. When I got back, I was miserable because the lifestyle that was there, and then being here for 6 months and feeling the lifestyle that was here, I was like, there's no way that I can live like that. And within a year of going back, I sold everything, gave away stuff, shut down the baking business as far as the baking business is concerned, the legal business that still could stay, and just was like, I'm leaving, I'm moving. And I actually moved, like, I think maybe 3 days shy of 1 year from when I left the first time and moved to Nice.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I think I have to move to France too. Because
Yeah.
I work 24/7.
Yeah. You still don't work 24/7, honey, because I tell people, hey, look, do not send emails to folks in France over the weekend. You
That's
will
true.
not get a
That's true.
response.
At least
And I
Sunday,
tell
for
him
sure.
too,
Yeah,
I'm like, don't do it.
No.
Don't
No.
do it. Yeah. It's just, I walk to the beach. 3 years later, I am still mesmerized by the beauty here and thankful. I am so much more thankful now for my life than before. It's just unbelievable. I'm just more calm and at peace.
So, and you took French lessons
Yes.
at Alliance?
Alliance Française. I love Alliance Française. I know that there are some other schools here, but the lawyer in me did a lot of research, and I preferred Alliance Française because as someone who's older, I'm not a young chicken going to Alliance Française or other schools, they provided more flexibility for me, and they were generous with it. So like if I was like, okay, I gotta go to the United States for some reason for a couple of weeks, I would talk to the director. They were very flexible. So it wasn't like you go to a university and they're like, oh, well, you're missing 2 weeks.
right,
Da, 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 da.
yeah.
So for me, Alliance Francaise was flexible. And I was even doing it before I came. I am big on knowing the language. Whether you move to France or Portugal, I don't care. I think it's disrespectful to move to another country and not at least attempt to learn the language. And so when I knew for sure I was going to move, when I came the first time, I took 6 weeks at Alliance Francaise. When I went back, I continued it, and I was online in Atlanta with Alliance Francaise with the lady from Paris. So I kept my French lessons up. Then when I got here, I continued. And I have been altogether, I would say 4 years. Yeah. But when my French really improved, that I felt confident talking, like I did a few minutes ago, was when I have a French BFF. I call him my French best friend.
Okay.
And his mom and dad do not speak or understand English. And his mom and I, we knit and crochet, because I knit and crochet, and she does too. So we found something in common. So once a week we have lunch, knit and crochet, and I am talking with her for hours.
Wow, yeah.
In French.
Perfect.
So it's improved. I don't feel that weird way of trying to talk and making mistakes anymore.
Best way.
Which is the reason why before I wouldn't talk French with you. I'm like, oh my God, but now.
No, wow, that's the
even
best
if
way.
I say it and it's wrong, I don't care.
So you have a full conversation in French.
We gossip.
Yeah. Parfait.
We talk politics. It is. I leave there sometimes saying, how the hell did I just talk for 4 hours in French?
Wow.
How did that happen? But yeah.
It happens.
So it helps, yeah, it helps.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So you speak about Monsieur Macron?
Non, on pour Macron, les autres personnes, beaucoup de temps.
Les voisins. Neighbors.
Right, yeah.
Oh, well. What were the main challenges that you experienced in the move here? I mean, the different life.
Right.
Is this something that really was you really had to adapt to?
I'm probably the Martian with most people. I say that, Martian alien, because I'm not lying. I know it sounds weird when I say that the spirit that I have being in France, I didn't find it hard to adapt. But then I'm also a people person. And so when you're not a people person, I think that it may be a little bit more difficult. And I always advise people, not as a lawyer, but as a consultant for the expats, people moving over. I always tell them it's best if you, as much as I don't like Facebook, it is one of the best places to be when it comes to groups, people it's a great expat community. You can find Americans in France or Americans in Nice specifically and join those groups. You will meet people before you even get here, or you can meet up, and they always have things, and it gives you good information sometimes. I mean, I always throw your name up in it when everyone says, hey, do anybody know? I'm always throwing his name up in there. He's probably like, Dawn, stop. I'm like, no, he's great. But people that aren't people persons, I will say yes, because I do know that making friends and getting in a circle here is definitely more difficult unless you know someone that can kind of vouch. So one thing I kind of like about the French is you guys just don't let anybody in. Now, we are very friendly. French aren't as friendly as Americans. They kind of could work on that a teeny bit. But American friendships and people letting people in, not really knowing them, sometimes friendships are more transactional.
Right.
They're not really authentic. And I find that friendships here are more genuine and authentic. And so I tell people, if you meet someone that's French, they're going to, what we call, vet you out first before they introduce you to their circle. But once they feel comfortable to introduce you to their circle of friends, and then you become that circle. It's fantastic.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if you would agree that's how you guys are, because you are a little bit more closed off in letting people that you really don't know in.
I agree. No,
I don't have
true.
a problem with that. I don't. Yeah.
I would say that especially, I mean, although it has changed, but I must say, Nice had a kind of an island mentality at the time. You know, like people were. It was like an island. You know, like people here don't really like to meet much stranger. But that was 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it has completely changed. Of course, now Nice is super international.
Yeah.
There's such a big expat community.
Right.
But I must say, that we had the mentality was a bit like that. You're right. Yeah. And French in general. Yeah. So it's you did a fantastic integration.
I mean, I really did, and I will honestly have to say that integration was because it was weird that I'm on social media. You know, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and so when I was in the middle of moving, there was someone following me, and so we started talking over Instagram, not even realizing that they were in Atlanta. And so then I ended up moving, and then when they came over, because they have an apartment here, they're planning on moving here also, they had a housewarming, and they were like, we want to meet you in person. And then that's where I met my BFFF. I call him my French best friend.
Right,
and so that's where I met some other French folks, and so that kind of got the ball rolling.
Right.
And then, we became closer and closer, and and so I feel you do have to have someone to get you in the circle or close to the circle first before you'll totally get in the circle. But now, oh my God, it's my family here. The only thing that's missing is my son and my granddaughters, but this they have taken. I'm very lucky.
So you're more with the local community, or you also do the expat community?
More with the local community.
More the local, okay.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 American friends that are in what I call my close circles. Yes, I may know people, and people may know me because of the social media and stuff, but I prefer to have my circle be more local.
Okay, all right. Although there are a lot of expat community.
Oh my God, the
big
expat community here is
huge,
humongous, and it's continuing to grow because I continue to get people that hit me up about moving here.
Well, there's people from all over Northern Europe, from everywhere, everywhere now. It's very super international now.
And I joke because I'm like, oh no, you don't want to come to Nice. No. You go to Marseille, you can go to Lyon, you can go to a couple other places, No, don't come to Nice.
And I don't know, can you share us a moment with that you lived here? There was something real different, that really marked you, like in your life, like saying this is the moment I was waiting for. I don't know.
Honestly,
it's just the city.
It is. Every time I go outside and I walk on that Promenade des Anglais, and like yesterday was gorgeous, and the day before, like I feel that blissful happiness, not because something triggered it, but just because the feel of it here. And I think for me, I have to be near the sea, which is why I had to be somewhere close enough where like I didn't need to be anywhere like more than 20 minutes from where I can get to it. Even if I had to take the train or the tram, I couldn't be that far from it because it grounds me. And for me, it's just that feeling that I'm like, this is the most peaceful and calm that I naturally have been in my entire adult life. Not where I have to make something or do something to make me feel at peace or calm. Like if I was there, I'd be like, okay, let me just go do a spa day. Let me go to a spa and go get a massage, do all that stuff I don't want to say fabricate, but I had to produce that peace. Where here, I feel it naturally on an everyday basis. And just being able to wake up when I wake up, which I still wake up early because that's just me, and just move at my own pace. It's not like wake up and this and this and this and this, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that I don't have to drive is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I hate driving now. When I go back, I hate having to rent a car and get in Atlanta traffic, which is horrible. Because that brings on the stress and my road rage.
Right. Yeah.
I don't deal with that here. I have no intentions of ever owning a car again, living here.
And you can,
And you can. That's the good thing. You can. You don't have to. You don't have to have a car to live here.
No, I personally in Nice, I have my electric bike and I do everything with it, like all my meetings, viewings, etc. I don't want to take the car if I have to go outside Nice.
Right.
Go to Chiborcano.
And and as that you can rent a car.
Still, I do have a car, but still, but
I'm saying because you live here and you have the business. But I'm saying, like, as an American living here, I don't need a car. If I want to go somewhere and it requires a car, go rent a car.
Yeah, right.
Marsha and I, who's the other person that lives here, is expat. We do road trips all the time because she loves to drive. Now that I have not done here yet because I'm a little nervous about driving here.
Well, maybe it's a little different.
A little different, but
Well, that was one of the questions I had. Then we were starting it, the differences between living in Atlanta and living here. But the driving is one, of course.
Absolute, because driving in Atlanta is a nightmare. It's a total nightmare.
We're here too if you drive.
Well, it's not as much as a night.
You have less queues and probably.
We just have 24 zillion highways, and now what is funny that I have noticed is that the French do somewhat have a little road rage. What we call road rage. Now, it's not to the extent. It's not to the extent of the United States.
Yeah, we don't pull out guns.
Right, exactly.
Because we don't have them.
Right, which is the other great thing, is the safety that I feel here.
Keep on going.
Okay, a little technical, but that's okay. The safety that I feel here, that I don't have to worry about that aspect of it. But it's funny. I have seen the guys on the motorcycle or the moped, if they feel like they got cut off by a driver, and then they'll roll right up next to the driver or the passenger, and they'll be arguing with them. And I'm like, they could never do that in the United States, ever. They'll flip them off. So I find that funny. But so I do realize you guys do have a little teeny bit of that, and especially with the horn. But it's, that's one of the things that is a big difference for me, because I don't drive, that I love about here is that I don't have to deal with that. I don't. I don't have to deal with that. And then, like I just said, the safety issue. That was one of my big things was, and because I am a criminal attorney, so I'm a prosecutor, and then I also flipped to the other side for a few years, I know a lot about the crime that occurred in the U.S., and I knew a lot about the crime, even what regular other people don't know goes on. I knew what goes on. So places people think or thought were kind of safe, I kind of know sometimes it's really not as safe as you think. I don't feel that way here. Like, I do feel absolutely safe here. Like, if I want to go out and walk at midnight on that promenade, I feel safe doing that. There's no way in the world I would have been able to do that without packing my gun, because I did have one, in Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can imagine
walking
with a gun.
I know. I know.
I mean, it's crazy. You just can visualize it.
Yeah. So the safety aspect for sure is a big deal for me.
Yeah. No, here, of course there is crime, like in everywhere, but you feel, what you say is right. You feel safe when you're walking in the streets, even at night. My first New Year's Eve, it was at your thing. I walked home at 3 a.m. I felt totally safe. Yeah, right. Yeah, true. Yeah,
totally safe. Yeah.
So, traffic with, security, driving, not driving, what are the main differences you find?
Okay, so now I'm going to do, because everybody's probably like, she's fluffing up positive. Now I'm going to give just a little teeny bit of
negative
adjustment.
Okay, let's see.
I already didn't have patience.
I write it down so I can send it to the mayor Esposi.
Please. I already didn't have, I had like sub-zero patience before I got here, okay? This is the positive. Living in France, forces you to have more patience in a way that it forces you to have more patience. Because one of the things about here, which those of us that have to go through those renewals every year, the bureaucracy and the efficiency in which things are done is horrible. Okay,
I must say.
It's like you send an email, do not expect a response that day. You might not even get a response for a whole month. So, and then, I used to get worked up when I first got here because I'm like, oh my God, da-da-da-da, they're not responding. But then I had to be like, I can't control it. There's nothing so it forces you to have patience because you just have to be like, okay, there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Exactly. It is frustrating, and that's the one thing that I will say I miss about Americans' lifestyle is the efficiency. Websites are great there. They're not that great here information-wise, or even sometimes plugging through, giving you the right information, dealing with the bureaucracy, especially when you're talking about the prefecture and the governmental stuff. It depends on who you see that will give you the right or the wrong information. I've been to the prefecture twice, and I got 2 different pieces of information from 2 separate people about the same thing.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that is frustrating. And even in getting repairs done, the repairman may come within the week that you ask that they come. And let's just say, let's not think that repair will probably be done correctly the first time. It may take about 2 or 3 times before it is finally, if it is, done correctly. So those are just like little things, and those are the things where you have to pack your patience, because we as Americans, we expect this to happen. I send you an email, I expect a response in an hour or the same day or the next day. So that little piece there, but the lifestyle is different, and you just have to know you need to not come over here comparing, and you just have to adapt to the lifestyle here. And if that means you have to, which I have had to, pack the patience and be forced to have patience, then that's just, what you got to do.
Well, I've been living in France a long time now, and I'm not used to it either.
Right, but you can't control it, right?
I know, yeah.
So why get worked up over it?
That's true.
Why stress yourself out and get worked up? Okay, so you cuss the first time, or you cuss at first, and then after that, it makes no sense to keep harping on it.
You have to prepare yourself and have a strategy.
Right.
So that you can deal with it. Yeah,
right.
I'm in the middle of renewing my license, and forget about it. It's like, okay, why do you want 10 more papers that you had last time?
Right.
So,
I just don't understand it. So yes, let's write that letter to the mayor.
Well, to the president, to the president.
Right, that too. Yeah, the whole country. Yeah.
For sure. It's true. No, it's true. You can't deny it.
Okay, good.
So,
okay, good. Yeah,
you just have to prepare and have a strategy. That's it.
You gotta have a plan A and a plan B.
Plan A, plan B, and plan in time. You know that if you have to have something from the administration in 2 months, well, take
right. 4. There's no sense of urgency here.
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to plan one in advance. Yeah, that's it.
Right, and that's the same thing. Like if you decide you want to move somewhere that's like Caribbean. Because like I said, my family's from Belize, and it's more Caribbean than anything. There's no sense of urgency.
No,
they're gonna take their time. So same here.
And there's no administration, so that's
right.
Not kidding. Sorry, guys. Just kidding.
Jokes on jokes.
And if for someone coming to live here, like you did, in terms of cost of living,
because I spout this all the time. I know for me in Atlanta, the cost of living is 38% less than in Atlanta. I often do on my Instagram, just so I can see my grocery hauls. Like if I go to the market or if I go to the grocery store, I'll go on my Instagram. I'll be like, all right, guys, this is all the stuff I got. Here's what I paid. This is what it would amount to in the U.S. Okay? Transferring it euros to U.S. And I will get so many people saying, oh my God, I wouldn't have gotten that much, or that would have cost me double or more. And my son and I talk almost every day, and he tells me when he goes to the store what he buys and how much it costs, and I just can't believe it. I just can't. Yeah. I can't. I did not go back for a visit this year, but when I went 2024, I went to the grocery store, one of my favorite grocery stores, which is on the higher end normally, but because the quality is usually better, and that's Publix. And I would compare Monoprix a little bit to a Publix. And I went and I literally was cursing walking down the entire every aisle. I'm like, $6 for a bag of chips? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
And I'm complaining about $3.50, €3 and 53. Yeah. I so appreciated where I lived here, because this is home, than there, because I just could not believe the prices. So, I know it's 38% less to live in France than it is in the U.S. and it might
38%.
38%.
Wow.
And it may be more depending on what state you live in.
And we complain here. I mean, I
right.
Really? Wow.
Y'all don't know what you got. I'm telling you, it is almost. I'm going to say at this point with what's going on, I wouldn't doubt that it's probably almost 50% or close to it. And it depends on which state. California prices are way higher than Georgia. Atlanta prices, New York prices are way higher. So yeah, it's definitely way cheaper.
Yeah, I remember another client told me that when they went back and they said, "Wow,
yeah,
the difference." Yeah, that was a shock.
Absolutely,
because they stayed here 1 year and they went back and they said, "Wow, we were used to the new prices."
Thank you, thank you, absolutely, yeah. And then now with whatever's going on with the tariffs and stuff, it's going to be worse.
Wow.
And even though our dollar stinks, it kind of balances here because of the prices. Right, so even though the exchange is killing us right now, but it still balances. It still kind of balances out.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. Wow. Wow. Another difference that you see that you think about, or you have your social security now, card and everything.
Healthcare.
About Can maybe tell our viewers about the listeners about the process maybe to the card?
Yeah, so when you come over, it depends on the visa that you come over on. And because I came over on the student visa, and if you do the long stay visa and you get to validate it, it kind of turns into like a temporary resident card. And then like within 3 months, you can then get a social security number for you to be able to get the healthcare.
Right. Yeah.
Card. Yeah. And what's crazy is when I got here, I did all that. I think a year and a half, when I was here at my year and a half mark, something happened with my thumb, don't ask me. And I had to actually have thumb surgery. Now, here's the crazy thing. For Americans, it was like, okay, I'm going to go to the doctor. The doctor's going to kind of like just puncture a little hole and fix the little infection, give me a little medicine and send me on my way. No, I went to the emergency. I guess it would be the emergency room, but it was the private clinic that's close to the
Parc Impérial?
Yes. Oh my God, that was great. Yeah. I went there because my thumb was really hurting, and they were like, "Oh no, okay," like full-fledged surgery, like dressed me out, a little local anesthesia, like in an operating room. The doctor had my thumb, cut the thumb. I mean, like full-fledged, surgery for my thumb thing. I'm up in there taking photo shoots because they gave me food. I'm all happy. They treated me nice. And I'm like, who does a photo shoot with the whole gown and the cap on in the hospital and getting ready to have thumb surgery? And a friend of mine was with me.
I'm sure you filmed the surgery. No?
I wish I could have. My friend was with me. She was like, who's this happy? I'm like, this would never be this pleasant in the United States. I paid 26 euros when I got there. When the surgery was finished, I went to the administration. At that time, my French was not really good at all, but the person, I was able to communicate with them. And they were like, okay, you're good. I literally was like, that's it? You sure? Because I was expecting to come out of my pocket, which even if you come out your pocket here, it's still cheaper than probably what you come out way cheaper than what you would come out your pocket in the U.S. if you had no insurance, and sometimes it's cheaper than what you would have to pay even if you did have insurance before the insurance kicks in. So I was like, you sure? So like a true American, I was waiting for days for the bomb to drop, and I get a bill that says, okay, you owe $1,000 or something like that. Never happened. 26 euros. And that was before I got my mutuelle, because I have a mutuelle now. So I have my supplement.
Yeah. Oh, you have your supplement.
I have the supplement now, because of my vision. I need it for the vision and the dental. So I didn't even have a supplement. That is just the carte séjour that you get.
The carte vitale.
Yeah, carte vitale. Sorry, carte vitale.
Yeah. Well, our green card.
Right, the carte vitale that you get, and I was stunned. I was totally stunned. So the healthcare here in France is, the system is top notch.
Yeah. Was it easy to get the carte vitale?
Well, for me, because I'm on the student visa, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I think for people that do the long-term stay, yes, because people that do the long-term, they have to kind of go through a little, interview with the physical sometimes type process. Yeah. So, and I think for people that they know that they're going to be here longer than the year, then it's worth it, and it's not a very hard process.
For maybe for our listeners and viewers, we have Social Security in France that covers a lot of things.
Yes.
We have the doctor, of course, going to the doctor, surgeries, a lot of things. The only things that are a little less covered is eyes and eye care and tooth care.
Right, and that's why I got the supplement. That's why I got the
But you can take a
Mutuelle.
supplement, which is not super expensive.
Oh my God, it's not.
I do have a supplement that I pay 90 euros per month.
Whoa.
And it covers 400%.
Honey, let me tell you, when I got the highest tier, and it was still less than what they were taking out of my check when I was still working for the government, and they were paying for insurance, and what they were taking, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, just give me the highest
Give me
one.
twice.
Just give me the highest one. Because for people that know me, y'all know vision is important, because I do have like 20 pairs of glasses. So the vision and the dental for me is important. So the Mutuelle that I got, it's still way less expensive than compared to what you would be paying monthly. So I and I have all my doctors now, my French family, that's what I call them, and they're French Italian, so it's a mixture of French and Italian. They, Joe, who's the mom, they've helped me, find doctors, go to the doctor. So like I'm literally at this 3-year mark because I'm getting ready to do my video. Definitely. Everything is kind of set, and it's definitely a difference between year 1, year 2, and now year 3.
For sure. Nice. Just a little trick for our listeners and viewers. It's true, as you said, that if you live in Nice, it's better if you have to. Hopefully, you don't have to, but if you have to go to the emergencies, it's better to go to a Clinique du Parc Impérial because you have different emergency in Pasteur and. The one in the promenade, L'Enval.
Oh, yeah.
But the good thing about Clinique Impérial is that it's less crowded. So,
it was great. Let me tell you, the anesthesiologist was talking to me when they found out I was an American. We were having a conversation, and I'm like, this is great. I've never had to go to an emergency room, which is what I call it, but it's, and had this kind.
It's a private clinic. Clinic, but
I prefer to go there.
Yeah, but you still don't pay. More than what was a hospital. So,
it was great. It was great. I still have those pictures.
All right. Let's cut 1 second because. So I have a big question for you.
Okay.
It took me some time to write
come
it down.
up with. Okay.
So, Dawn.
Yeah.
This is the important minutes. Has living here influenced your work and creativity? Example, Delight by Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Yes. I love baking, and I was always, which one of the reasons why I came here the first time to go to pastry school, because I was infatuated with French pastries. And the way French make stuff is way different than how we make stuff.
How did it come? How did it come from? I mean, that love for French pastry.
It's just I'm a creative, artsy person, and for me, the French pastries always look to me like art.
Okay. Yeah,
and
true.
you know what I'm saying? So that part is what drew me to it. And then when I first had my little layover back in the day and I had some pastries here, I'm like, oh my God, these are fantastic. Got infatuated, especially with the macarons. And then, I came over here, learned the first time for my birthday. So I was infatuated with that. So in all honesty, I thought that I was going to come over here and bring my American products, because I know some of that's lacking, and kind of do a fusion with the French.
Nice.
Now, that may still happen, but what I will say is the regulations here, which I'm happy for, are very much higher to be able to do that. And just having that kind of business here, I've talked to some business owners, we've talked. I don't know if I want to do that. Again, my lifestyle has changed to the extent where I don't want to be shackled. That's what I call it, to anything. So I don't want a storefront that I have to open it up every day, have to be there and churning out. I want to be able to bake for the love of it, which I do. So here, I still bake, and I bake and I have little get-togethers, or I bake and I give stuff to friends for people to test out and try out. Because at some point, I will probably start doing events, maybe like once a month, doing events and offer. So the whole knowing how to do the French stuff and then trying to combine it with maybe a little American. So that gives me, the creativity. I have the time to do it. And that's the main thing. I have the time for me to be more creative. Like I said, I've gotten back into my crocheting and knitting, even my painting. I used to paint. Didn't have the time. But yes, and I love when I bake something Americanish and then I give it to my French folks and they're like, oh my God. So that's a compliment to me, because I feel like the French are a little stishy when it comes to their judgment of, pastries and stuff, as they should be, because, they're pretty much, they got that on lock.
What's the fusion there? It's carrot cake pain bagnet?
Well, let me tell you a fusion that I did do, and now that it's fall, it's coming back around, so my buddy loves cinnamon rolls, right?
Okay.
And they're not, you don't find that often here, and there are a couple places that can do it and it's done right. I am picky when people try to do American stuff over here. But last year, I did a fusion of like the cinnamon roll and the croissant.
Wow.
And he was like, oh wow, this is amazing, and I called them Cinequois. Combination of like the cinnamon rolls and the croissant, so I call them Cinequois. So it's about time for me to do that again, because it's now that fall season. So I'll make sure that when that happens, you get that. You get some
thanks.
of that.
Well, please,
And you like the biscotti that I had made that time.
Yeah, I remember. I like everything you do.
Oh, thank you. So. And see, one of my Italian.
Don't tell the story about the oven, though.
Oh no, I'm not.
Don't tell the story about the oven.
No,
we don't tell the story about the oven. If you want to know the story about the oven, maybe a comment, maybe, but we won't tell.
No story about the oven, none. But so one of my Italian friends, I made those same biscotti. He's like, this remind me of the biscuits that my because he's a French Italian, my grandmother used to make when I was young. So I feel great when I'm able to either do a fusion, or if I make something like Thanksgiving time, I'm going to make the carrot cake. You really don't find that here. And so everybody loves the carrot cake. So that's going to be my staple, every year to make that, here. And I have had to make adjustments because the sugar is different, the flour is different. Measurements, of course, is different. That's easy, but there may be some ingredients that I might have to substitute or figure out that I would normally use there that's either not readily available here or it's slightly different. So there's still some science going on with me figuring it out, but I love doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
It's quite good. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I love baking. I mean, the bad thing about being a baker or a pastry chef is when I have a sweet tooth, like you, if you have a sweet tooth and you have nothing sweet in the house, either you're going to go out and get something, or you're going to be like, okay, I'm not going out to get something. I'm just going to let that sweet tooth go. With me, I'll get up and bake something. That's the problem with me. So my sweet tooth will always get fed, because I'll just get up, okay, I'm gonna make some cookies, or I'm gonna make some cupcakes, or I'm gonna always get up and make something. So
we'll put it at the end of the video, or in the comments, in the description of the video, we'll put your Insta. And
great.
So people can connect and check it out.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what piece of advice would you give to someone who is starting the project, to come to France from zero? Right?
So I always tell people that it's a big move, and people always think about the physicality of actually moving to another country. Before you even think about the physicality, you need to think about the mentality.
Yeah.
Because for me, you have to be able to be open to adapting to that country. Because you can move there, and if you don't adapt, you'll still be miserable. So for me, you need to be open to change your mindset. You need to be open to leaving your American mindset in the United States and learning the culture and learning, adapting to whatever country, whether it's France or wherever you're going, Spain, Italy, whatever. You have to be mentally prepared to do that adaptation and not go to that country with your expectation of getting things how you are used to or how you want to when you were living in the United States. And what we call that is entitlement, which I don't like. You cannot go to another country and want to be entitled. So for me, if you're not going to be able to adapt, then stay there. After that, I really think that it does take planning if you successfully want to go somewhere and be able to stay there. Just like you can open up a business, but can you sustain that business?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Same thing. Can you buy a house? You can buy a house, but are you going to be able to maintain and keep that house? So before you even actually move, number one, you need to do your research and not just computer research. If there's a country or a city you think you're interested in, you need to go there.
Yeah.
Physically,
yeah,
because you need to see what the vibe is. You may be thinking, oh my God, yeah, I want to go to Nice. And you come to Nice, but the vibe, you're not really feeling it. You may go to another part of France and you'd be like, oh my God. That happened with someone that we know mutually. They wanted to be here in Nice. They were trying to make it work. They kept coming across obstacles, and now they went further north, would have never thought about going further north. And she told me, oh my God, I feel at peace here. It is crazy. So you have to go physically for you to see.
Because sometimes even
looking at pictures, looking at researching is great, but you have to go there. And I'm going to tell people you need to go there, for me, a minimum of twice. Because you go there the first time, you may go for a week or two. But if there's any way that you can go and be there for like a month, if you could, not during tourist season, during a time where it's going to absolutely be more local so that you can really see what everyday life would be like before you make that decision to make that move.
Right.
And then just plan. Once you know that that's it, then plan with your resources, your finances, the typical things that you should do if you're going to move to a whole other country.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So open-minded.
Yeah, for sure. That's number one for me.
And visit.
Yeah.
The area, get the feeling.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good advice.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well done. It was a pleasure to have you on this podcast, really.
Always, Fabricio.
When we came in, you made these little things here that are delicious.
My little egg poppers. I can't have him come in here and not make something for him.
Yeah, showing the camera.
See? Okay. So simple and easy.
So what's the recipe?
So it's just actually scrambled eggs, cheese, and then Americans, they don't have like bacon like we have, but there are certain things you can get that's close to it. What did I say? What was it? Pancetta? And if you fry it up, it can get crispy like our bacon. So it was just scrambled eggs, cheese.
You have to take poitrine fumée also. Poitrine fumée, it's bacon actually.
Oh really? You know what? I have seen that. I have seen that. So crunch. Fry the bacon bits up, scramble it up, put it in a cupcake container. Put it in the oven for like 15 minutes to bake, and voila. And they're nice little poppers, snacks you can take along, hey, the kids, if you're rolling in the car. Yeah.
This is not very polite, I'm sorry, but it's delicious.
Well, thank you so very much.
I like it. Oh, God. It was super good to have you. So thank you for being on board with us on this new episode, on the episode number 3 of our podcast. I was super happy to have Dawn. Dawn is our lucky charm. She was one of our first clients. I think we started rentals. We've been doing rentals.
Yeah, because I think maybe you had 2 rentals before me.
Maybe 2,
maybe 2 before me.
So, we're just starting the service, so Thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this conversation. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel and give a thumb up on this video. And I look forward to meeting you and seeing you on the next one that will take place probably in the next month. Yeah, for sure. Episode number 4. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Fabricio.
Thank you. Thank you.